Hi again from St. Louis Children's Hospital Safety Stop at Progress West. Today we want to talk a little bit about child safety seats for your older children, your school-age children. Once we get past that toddlerhood, what do we need next? What's the next step? So the first thing I want to show you is this seat right here. We call this seat a forward-facing only seat, and it will change into a booster. But what's really great about this seat is that it's got a harness that will go to 50 pounds. So when we turn them around eventually, and they're old enough to be in a forward-facing seat, we'll be able to use this harness until they outweigh the harness at 50 pounds. This seat then has a routing system to help bring the seatbelt down across the child's collarbone, coming across the chest, and it also has a little slot here to pick up that lap belt, so it comes right across the child's hip bones. So this seat is a great little seat. We have another one sort of like that. It's also got a harness on it. This harness goes to 40 pounds, and it too, after the child outweighs the harness, after they outweigh that 40-pound mark, it also has a routing device. It's got two different areas here where we could put the seat belt through to help get that seat belt where we want it to be for those younger kids. The other seat that we do also offer here at Safety Stop is an Apex 65. 65 means what you think it means. This seat has a harness weight that'll go to 65 pounds, and then afterwards you can use it just with the seat belt. I have a lot of folks that come in and ask me about when can they start using the seatbelt? When can they start using the seatbelt? Only the seatbelt. Seatbelts are designed for people who are at least 4'9" and weigh 80 pounds. So that's quite a lot of growing between the traditional child safety seat and being able to go ahead and use a seatbelt. We have several different what we would call belt positioning devices that you can use as well. So in this one here, what you see is a high back booster that also has this bottom piece, and as the child grows, you can take the back of this one off, and then it would then function just like this little seat does here. If you look at this, what this seat does is it gives you a good 4 inches. It lifts that child up and into the seat belt. And before they're ready to use the regular seat belt in the car itself, a lot of times what these little guys will do, you know, to us parents, is they'll get into that seat and they'll squish their little behinds all the way back into that seat, put the seat belt on and say, "Look, Mommy, I look like I'm right in my seat." Typically what will happen is once you start driving, they will slide down so that their knees can bend over that seat, and then the seat belt is not where we want it at all. It ends up across their neck, and the bottom strap ends up across their belly. So we're trying to avoid that at all costs. The other thing I get asked a lot in Safety Stop is, when can my child ride in the front seat? We have arguments all the time. When can they come into the front seat? And the standard answer is anybody under the age of 13 should be in the back seat in your car. We know that when there are crashes that occur, the younger the person is in that passenger side, the worse the injuries will be for that little one. So, and we also know that that's the one spot in the car where the worst injuries result, in that passenger side front seat. So you want to keep them in the back for as long as possible, and you definitely want to wait until they're at least 13 years of age. And I think that's it. Thank you for stopping in once again, and always feel free to stop by, ask questions. We are here on Mondays and Thursdays, and we always have a schedule available. You can always call 454-KIDS as well to find out when we're here or to set up an appointment. Thanks.